Hi everyone, this is The Last Angry Geek, and we're going to take this time to look at True Internet Story number 2, The Bjork Show. What went wrong? A little backstory on this. My first appearance ever on this website for That Guy with the Glasses was on the second episode of The Bjork Show. Rob and Doug asked me to play Eric Grimstadter, the producer of the show, and I thought, I was thrilled. I thought, oh, this is going to be my big debut. Everyone's going to love this. They're going to want to see more of me. And I had a lot of fun doing it. On the day of the shoot, I showed up and offered to do a Swedish accent, even though it takes place in Norway. And my Swedish accent is pretty much based on the walrus from the Woody Woodpecker cartoons. But, you know, I had fun doing it. And then the show came out and it kind of bombed. It did maybe a fraction of what the original Bjork Show did in number of views. This is back when That Guy with the Glasses used to post the view numbers next to the shows on their main webpage. That Guy with the Glasses website. The fans asked for a sequel. Butterflies. Anyway, a funny thing happened. I love Victoria's butterflies. I'm getting enraptured just watching this now, having a hard time to concentrate. That's the outside of my house. That was a package that was sent to me. Well, the first video averaged around 30,000 hits. Its sequel. Now, I did the first True Internet Story, and I had the idea right away of doing a second one based on the Bjork Show and the whole idea of what went wrong. Because when the second episode bombed, it bothered me. It bothered Rob, because this was kind of his baby. It bothered Victoria. We were all kind of a little bit bitter about it. And I knew I wanted to do this eventually. So when I got my video camera, the very first thing I did was dress up as Eric Grimstadter and film myself. I wrote a little interview with myself and filmed the Eric part of it, knowing that I would eventually use that footage. Here's Doug's first cameo. I had him redo his Weird Al Yankovic part from the second Bjork Show. Then I shaved my beard to where it is now. I wanted to go back to the Van Dyke, so I got rid of the full beard. We turned away from outside influences. And as you can see here, when I'm playing Herlido, I have my current beard style in there. And Eric, that's the first footage I ever filmed with this camera. And that's me with the full beard that I had for that show, for the Bjork Show. When I'm Eric, you see me, I'm in my dining room. When I'm Herlido, I'm up in my brother's old room that I use sometimes for filming. And then I have their epiphany. Of course, the idea that Herlido falls in love with Eric because he's so beautiful, but obviously it's because they look the same, and it's just narcissism at its worst. So I filmed this, and I didn't plan on using the footage right away, but then, you know, I just started writing. The script just kind of came to me very, very quickly. I didn't plan on doing True Internet Story 2 so close to the first one, but it happened. I contacted Rob and Doug and Victoria, and they were all willing to do this. They all liked the script, so that was kind of a blessing. And we got together and filmed this, and this was right after, this was around October, I think, because I'd just gone to a Halloween shop where I found the Batman mask that you'll see later on, and anyone who's watched the That Guy with the Glasses marathon has seen me wearing that Batman mask. You saw Bargo wearing the Batman mask in one of Doug's Nostalgia Critics. I can't remember which one exactly. After the cameras turned off, Bjork brought me back to life. So the script came together. We decided we were going to do this. And the basic premise of the show, drawing upon our collective bitterness, was, you know, what went wrong. And then we transferred that onto the Bjork Show. What went wrong with Bjork Show? The idea being that it had since gone under. It had been canceled in the fictional world that it inhabited. I'm sorry. I was just lost in your eyes. This shot here of the car. Now, if you watch very closely, I superimposed this on the map. Obviously, what I was actually doing, I was moving the map. I wasn't moving the car. And you can see he just starts to drive off of Iceland when it cuts. I was still learning the technology I was using at this point. And I had this was on my old computer, which was a lot less sophisticated. And often I had to delete a lot of files to make room on the computer for processing the videos. Anyway, the reason, there was just a glitch, and I didn't catch it until afterwards, so that's why the car starts to drive into the ocean, but it stops just like at the very edge of Norway, so I think it works. It wasn't too big of a problem. Now, when I came over and we were going to film in the basement where we had filmed the Bjork Show previously, I found the couch was missing that we had filmed on. And I was like, where is it? And they went into their the side of the basement there where Rob just walked out of, and it was there, and it had fallen apart. They were throwing it out. I was furious. We need that couch. We were redoing the Bjork Show. We need to recreate the set. So we moved it back in, and actually the broken down couch worked perfectly, because now it looks like the Bjork Show set has fallen on hard times. Rob here is once again playing Jambalaya in full body this time, because previously we just saw his head in a box, a la Jambi from the Pee Wee Herman Show. I had this idea he'd be drinking Burial. That is, he's pouring beer on his cereal. I mean, he's just become a hopeless alcoholic. A funny story is he did this. He put this blue makeup on, and it's a pain in the ass. He hates the makeup, but he agreed to do this for the return of the Bjork Show. So he put the makeup on, and then there was a knock at the door, and he thought it was Victoria, so he wanted to surprise her. And he opens the door, and it's one of his mother's clients. She's a massage therapist, as he was for a long time. And so there's a stranger at the door, and he's got a blue face. It was very funny, actually. Then, of course, Victoria showed up, and he opened the door for her, and we all had a good laugh. So if you're a genie, that means you must live in a bottle.
Yeah, a bottle of Hennessy.
This was a wine bottle that I filled, and they had powdered iced tea in their kitchen, so I just filled it with water, threw some iced tea in there, mixed it up, and it created my faux liquor. Now, originally, Rob Makes Me Disappear coming up, and it was going to be, I was going to turn up in my yard with my clothes on backwards, and I was going to find out that my wallet was missing. I said, yeah, he mugged me. He robbed me. My wallet's gone. And I tried filming that, and you know, I had a terrible, tiny little tripod at the time. I since have a new one. And it just didn't work. It didn't look good. I couldn't quite make the clothing work. You couldn't really tell that my clothes were on backwards. So eventually that got cut. Now, this sequence coming up here is based on a very famous little YouTube clip. Bjork went nuts in Thailand and attacked this reporter who she claimed was stalking her. And it's on YouTube. Just type in Bjork attacks reporter and you'll see it. We went out to a Butera grocery store near where Rob and Doug lived and filmed this spot. And Victoria, God bless her, even found a shirt that looked like the one Bjork was wearing when she was doing the scene. And I had her put her head down because in the clip, Bjork's just pushing her like luggage cart with her head down. It's a very odd physicality that she has in this clip. This was originally, I think we were originally going to have Rob do this part. There's the Batman mask. But he had to spend the next 2 hours getting the blue makeup off his face because he had other places to be. And it takes a while to get that stuff off. So Doug was editing that day. He agreed to come out and film this with us. The line he just says there, "Please, call me Superman." I improv that while I was wearing the mask, and we all just laughed our butts off. I don't know if it's really that funny to other people, but yeah, we just worked it in there. So he saves me. He's obviously Batman, but he says, "Please, call me Superman." And so then it ends like every Bjork show ends, with dancing and butterflies. People have asked, is there going to be a third Bjork show? Well, that's up to, I think, Rob, because this is his baby. But I always say that True Internet Story 2 is kind of the unofficial third Bjork show. We had a lot of fun filming it. I was very grateful that everyone kind of came back and did these characters for me. People are asking me all the time, is there going to be a third True Internet Story? Well, I don't know. You know, I don't really have access to the other celebrities on the site because I'm in Illinois and they're all over the world. I will say there was a third script written. The star was involved. Then he kind of pulled out. Then he kind of said, well, maybe we can do it, but I'd have to rewrite it now due to certain events in Suburban Nights. I won't say who True Internet Story 3 was supposed to be about. I will say that the character had a lot of heart. So there is a script. There's always the possibility, maybe around telethon time or the next anniversary, that I pull someone aside and we do another True Internet Story. On the next True Internet Story. Yes, Spoonie agreed to this quite a while ago. I first met him and Linkara at the Wizard World Chicago convention when Rob and Bargo brought them over to make an appearance. Spoonie was dressed up as Dr. Insano and never broke character, so I asked him if he'd do this. He said, yes, I'd love to. It sounds wonderful. Yes. Partners Knifey and Forky taught kids the value I don't have any bloopers for this one, but when I was first trying to find my way on the website, I did come up with a few 5-second movies. I never posted them, really, but just as a little treat to you, here is one of the ones I did. I only did 2, and this is the only one I feel comfortable showing. Here is the Karate Kid Trilogy in 5 seconds. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
Rule number 1. Karate for defense only. Rule number 2. Fast learn rule number 1.
I love it when he